Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Yes, it's me, Graham Moore, otherwise known as Daddy Dragon, and this is the Full English Show. I am off my fast. I've been eating carefully today. Had a couple of drinks, just done myself another one of these things, which is lemon and lime mixed with water. So it's not raw, pure, but it tastes absolutely gorgeous. And you can feel it getting into the back of your teeth in terms of what you're supposed to be doing. Some people have sent me some bits and pieces about how lemon juice damages your teeth, etc. It's got so many positives for your body. I do understand it's acidic on your teeth. The reason I'm having my teeth taken out is because I don't like the root canals, because they leave and I've had infections in, and I just want them out. And I'll have false teeth. Listen, right? I've got a bald patch as well. I ain't worried. Just somewhere else you can get a suntan, isn't it? Right. And there is some other news I'm going to be telling you today. But before I do all that, I'm going to wait until 8 o'clock because I know people expect me to come back anytime. Some people say 8ish you'll be there. Hope you had a good 5B5 DD. So let's go through the preliminaries here. Even with the early audience, is it a 5B5? Can you see and hear me? Don't forget, this is a dynamic mic, right? So if I was to turn that way and start speaking, it increases the volume because it's trying to pick me up. If I turn back this way, I do that. That's why sometimes it goes in and out. So if I move about, it's sort of picking up my sound. That's why sometimes it's better just to wear a shoulder one. I've got all that. When I go down to the other place, I'll probably set it all up. The reason I don't like wearing the shoulder mics, you'll think this is funny, is because they're wired back. And I often forget I've got it on, and then I'll get up and it goes ding. I thought, and I've damaged it. So that's why I don't like using them. Maybe use a straw, DD. Right. Oh yeah, Sandy, I could use a straw. Crown Jewels music been going off in Salford. Crown Jewels, I'd love to hear from someone who's been up in Salford and having a look at it. There are some people who've been talking about it, and I've been up near that area, and I think Salford is near where I was staying in Manchester. If Mark's watching, he can probably ping in and tell me if that's true or false. I imagine it is true. But like I say, Major, hit the like button, because the more likes we get straight off, the better. I've no doubt our little troll will be on here later. We're well in excess of 8,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button is really important. And so subscribe, like, hit the like button is really important. And here's the kicker, right? And by the way, Rumble's really coming on with a few things. I just want to make sure, I'm telling you now, I mean, a year to 18 months' time, YouTube ain't going to be there. And all them people who think what fantastic broadcasters they are going to realise how many of their audience were actually, they was only being upped because they weren't doing any damage whatsoever to the establishment or to the narrative, shall we say. And when YouTube is no more and Facebook is no more, etc., and again, people will be coming over to Rumble in droves, and we've got a head start because of how clever you people are. You're the ones who are getting this out there. I need you to do this for me. Are you ready? Share. So take the L, share it from within, so you can there's a repost button. But also, and I've put it out on Twitter, etc. But you're the ones who are on all the platforms, not me. And then people come over. You would not believe the difference when you do it, right? Because the numbers go all the way up like that. I'm not going to say who with, but I had a really good conversation via Chris and LSB Productions with a gentleman that is a Christian and very well versed in council planning, etc. And we had a proper conversation, right? And he is such a lovely fellow. I was thrilled to actually talk to him. And then what he said, that's so the Constitution isn't my thing. I said no, and planning law isn't my thing. That's the difference. But because you're fantastic, because you've actually done what I wanted people to do, is learn the law yourself. Don't take it from some. It's a bit like going into church and some priest telling you what or vicar telling you what the Bible says. Read it yourself, right? It's for you to decide, right? And the common law is just that, a judge's interpretation of either statute or the common law or custom, right? And once you understand the basis of it, you'll understand why you should be reading law. And the old saying is, every Englishman is a common lawyer. There's a couple of bits and pieces I've put out there. Let me just get this off the screen because it's distracting me. Now I'm going to have a look at this. But before I get into where we are and what we are, I'm going to show you this. I don't know how I'm going to get all this gear in this gaff, but apologies for coughing. For some strange reason, I keep feeling like I've got a cold, but I ain't got a cold. Let's go for this. What I like about this, it's a bit sharp. It's got lemons and lime in it. Limes. I just cut up 2 limes, squeeze them. But I'm going to show you some bits and pieces, right? So here in front of me is, this is a quick education, right? Helsby's Laws of England, 4th edition, volume 15, elections. So just to make sure, and it's another big shout out to Terry, who went and got this for us. This is going to be really helpful. It sounds like it is trite, right? So if something's obvious in law, it's called trite law. But the problem is the British don't seem to be aware of it. So it's obviously no longer trite, is it? Right? Because they don't seem to be. I mean, the law is the law and must be obeyed. So on this particular page, which I'm going to show you now with a little thing, and I've turned that over, freedom of elections. So to make sure, so there's the book, there's the physical book. Again, remember what this is. This is Helsby's Laws of England, and this is under elections. And then in the other book, which I'm going to show you in a couple of seconds, but I just want to make sure everyone gets this before I go into the major part of the show. I am going to, where's the entire screen? There it is, up there, right? Click on that and I will show you on the screen. So I've just showed you the book, the real book. This is a picture of it that I've taken so you can all see it. I want you to listen to what I'm saying and understand this, right? Paragraph 685, freedom of election. In 1275, it was enacted that, in quotes, because elections ought to be free, the King commandeth upon great forfeiture that no great man nor other, by force of arms nor malice, or menacing, shall disturb any to make free elections, end quote. And then it's got a little 1 by it. You'll see it. Let me see if I can bring it up on the screen. I'm hoping you can see there's a little 1 there, right? Well, that's a footnote. It was further enacted in 1688 that the elections of members of Parliament ought to be free, right? Again, footnote 2. There it is, right? So I'm just going to show you that. And then what I'm trying to show you on this screen, hopefully if I can bring this up, so you can all see the absolute element of it. All right, so I'm going to bring it up a bit more on the screen, hopefully so you can see it. All right, a bit better. Give me a 5x5 if you can see that on your screen. Footnote 1 is 3 Edward I, chapter 5. Remember that, right? Statute of Westminster, the first 1275. So the first statute of Westminster. First statute of Westminster also did other things, and I'll just give an example. It made it illegal to rape women. Right? It was the first lawful. Well, I mean, it was unlawful in Anglo-Saxon because the Anglo-Saxons didn't tolerate that. But it was placed into law in statute for the whole country, the whole of England, in 1275. Right? And then the Bill of Rights, and there's other bits. And then you go on to 686, corrupt and illegal practices. And there's plenty of that needs to be talked about. So what I'm going to do is come off of that again. So did you all see that? All this is doing is showing you the receipts, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm bringing you the receipts. So unlike these other people just giving their opinions on the law, I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested in presenting you with the Constitution of England, the common law of England, your common law rights, your constitutional rights, and your claim of right, right? And your claim of right is exactly what we're doing now. So before I do anything else, I am going to hopefully show you, although it's a bit big on this screen, I might have to bring it down a touch, and then I'll bring it back up again. I will show you on the screen. This is legislation.com, right? So what it says is there, changes over time, statute first, 1275. You see it in the law book. Changes, there are currently no known extant effects of Statute of Westminster first, 1275. Statute of Westminster the first, 1275. Chapter 5, which is exactly what the law book said. Edward the First, exactly what the book. So what I'm trying to do now is show you exactly what's on the screen, right? And hopefully I can pull this to one side and you'll see what I'm talking about, right? Now, what it says is, talks about the realm of England. The king had ordained established acts underwritten, which he intendeth to be necessary and profitable until the whole realm, right? And this is crucially important, because elections ought to be free. The king commandeth upon great forfeiture, right? So I'm saying the election court has authority so it is a tool, and then they can fine them and they can give money to me. Commandeth upon great fortune that no man by force of arms nor malice or menacing shall disturb any to make free election, right? And then it was actually written, I believe, I'm not sure if that's in French or Frenchy, quasi-Latin, I don't know. But there it is, right? And it is still current law, right? So you've all seen it. It says it in a law book. It's online, right? So when we go to the court, now I'm going to flick over to the next one. Everyone watching this, these are your receipts. And don't forget, this is your right. Remember what Ashby versus White said? You must claim your right. If you don't, you lose it, right? So anyone saying don't vote, people died. I'm talking about civilians died standing up against the British saying we demand a vote when they wouldn't give you the vote, especially working people. And I'm talking about trades and labourers, right? Changes to legislation. There are currently no known outstanding effects for the Bill of Rights, 16 introductory text, etc. So what I've done is highlighted where it says it. Violating elections. It was one of the reasons that the Glorious Revolution happened, by violating the freedom of election of members to serve in Parliament. Again, elections, the Bill of Rights, elections, freedom of election, freedom of members, elections, right? So what you've got here, don't forget you've got the actual rights there. So subjects' arms, that the subjects of Protestants, which are Protestants, may have arms for their defence suitable for their conditions, and as allowed by law. As allowed by law meant... but if you're using it defensively, this strengthens your self-defence laws, right? That the members of Parliament ought to be free. There it is there, freedom of election. It is an absolute right. It's an inviolable right. No one's allowed to touch it. Oh, that ain't gone on to it. Share this tab instead. Sorry, people. Let me just make sure we start from the top. So there's the Bill of Rights. There's the information. It says violating elections. So they, first of all, when they went through the bill, they said this is what you've done wrong, and this is how we're going to put. This is the remedy, right? Violating freedom of elections and members to serve in Parliament, which is what they've done. Letters, elections, and again, it comes down. This is the remedy to make sure. Sorry, this thing is stinging. Oh. That is proper sting in my mouth. It don't normally sting. Freedom of election. The election of members, Parliament ought to be free. Then it goes into freedom of speech, the freedom of speech and debates, the freedom of speech and debates. Then it says or, right? Which means proceedings in Parliament ought not to be impeached or questioned in any court or place out of Parliament. That is why you should not have whips. Because it is the conscience, you're representing your constituents, you're not representing a political party, right? So just to make sure, I'm going to bring a few other little things on there. I think everything else is in there. And what I've done now is just showing you what that is. And and this is forever, right? It says it three times, and then it says in all time to come once. In this realm, all time to come once, right? So that's it. 2 months lemon juice, DD. Yeah, it might be. Have we got all that? Anyway, there it is, right? English Bill of Rights. So everything that the Helsby's Laws of England has said is continued over to here. Is it wrong? No, it isn't. It's telling you it's trite law. Everyone should know that. Therefore, there is, and especially with the briefs that are trying, and I do say trying, to get this case kicked out on Friday. I've now made an application, a submission to the court, just to make sure you're all aware. Stop sharing. And that's what I worked on today. They've been trying to put pressure on me. I was sitting there giggling, right? And they're trying to get the case kicked out on Friday. I've said, listen, right, this is the law. And I've placed the law before them. I've put the actual submission to I'll call it our legal group, but the group that just it don't really go on social media and start messing about and sending me videos all the time. When I put stuff in there and say, can you read that? Tell me, proofread it, tell me what you think of it. Dave and Colin have read through it, and they went, I can't see how a judge could not, because there's a part in there to do. I don't know if I need to bring it up or not. Let me see if I can bring it up on that screen. Shut up, dog. Right, let me have a quick look. I don't know what else is in there. And then we've got, someone's put that in there. I don't know what that means. Someone's put a video in there. Don't know what that means. I'm putting it up, but probably got hay fever. Graham Moore. You probably got hay fever. I might have hay fever, funny enough. Be advised, DD, YouTube channel is streaming last night's show. It took me a minute or two to realise I'd seen it. Really? Is anyone seeing YouTube's channel as last night's show, or is it the show that I'm currently doing? Can you have a check? I don't do YouTube, so I haven't had a look at it. Milking it, it's ECP dog last night. Yeah, Bill Baggins from Runcorn, Luton to Runcorn. All right, still sharing, by the way. Be right back. Well done, Milking It Jenkins, Stanford. Where's my old mate? Sir Keck. Sir Keck, how you doing, son? So again, we're in the High Court in London. We've presented this immaculately. I've asked for all this different stuff, and I've just laughed at them, gone bang, 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 bang. What's your problem? So I'm not used to doing all that stuff. So I'm I've basically put the judge on notice that your own judicial manual tells you that a litigant in person, right, you should not throw anything out. You assist and make the amendments, right? Because I'm not interested in administrative law pushing our case out. We want to get to the law, and if if barristers and solicitors and various people are using administrative law and the processes and all the little bits and pieces I don't think, I'll be honest with you, it looks bang on to me. But I've done everything I should have done. Anton, you're on YouTube now, DD. Thank you. YouTube is the same as Rumble Show. All right, well done. Good evening, whoever else is out there. Don't forget, sharing is caring. Don't forget to hit the like button. It's really important, right? Because there's been some announcements today. Don't forget, hit that. We're at 76 already, and we're 16 minutes in. If we can get over 100 within 30 minutes, that's fantastic, right? Because what they do is they start to promote the show. 244 watching on there's 287 in total watching, 244 on Rumble, 1 on Locals. I bet I know who that is. All right, son, how you doing? Right. And 37 on YouTube. And it doesn't tell me how many people are watching on Twitter. For some reason, it doesn't connect. And I don't know what the reason is for that. So I am very pleased that I'll get a total figure on there. Again, because of the way they've set this up, I can now start going out to different platforms, but you'd have to advise me what platforms I can go live on. I don't know which ones they are. The core platform is Rumble. It has to be, right? It's the only free speech platform where you can say and do whatever you need to do. I see something come up on the other day on Twitter, and it said my account was the English Constitution Party, the only party won it. Newswest, Scott New West. I don't know what it means. Party only restore England. Let's have a look at that. Says that. Oh, well done. Want to restore English Constitution and the Bill of Rights to the top of our being. I am English, not British. It was the English who did it. Well done. People are putting comments on there. And just by the way, I forget the name of them, but people have been sending me this video about this group of people that are talking. I think he lives in Germany now, the guy who runs it. I've actually spoke to him directly, and we had a proper chat for about an hour. And I said, would you please stop conflating English and British? I am English. I am not responsible for what the British are doing. They are the ruling oligarch. And we're trying to stop them, and they're oppressing and suppressing us. And then when I went through the story about it, he went, I never, ever thought of it like that. And he said, I will stop. What's his name? You'll all tell me his name in a minute. And he said, I'm going to stop I'm going to talk about distinctly the British, right, establishment, ruling class, ruling oligarchy, and that is not the English, right? So people are listening to us. Sue Ellen, I can't get. Has anyone got the link? Can they put the link? Oh yeah, fuck it. I'll click on it here. I don't want it. I just sworn I didn't mean. There you go. Let me hit the button. I'll put it on there. All right, and everyone can see it. How many people are in there? I should put a little message in there, shouldn't I? Anyway, yeah. That's a direct message to everyone. English Constitution Party. There you go. Right. I don't even know. Let me click on that again. How many followers we've got? I don't even know. I don't take any notice. I'm not being rude to people that like YouTube, by the way. It's just crap. 1,046 subscribers. Right. So again, I'm going to put that information out there. If anyone does want the link, there it is. Right. And you can go on there. If you watch on both, it will knock my numbers up on here. It's a bit of a cheat, I mean, because you're watching them. Oh, I got that one and that one. I wonder how much of a delay there is between that. So there's 37 watching on the live. I mean, I remember going back probably, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe, when on my channel I used to get, I think the highest simultaneous views, so live views I had was 10,000. And it used to average 1,500. I mean, that, and people used to watch it, and then I used to go on a mini rant. But some people have said, I'm glad you've calmed down because I used to get worried about your arse. So did I. I mean, once I was so fucking annoyed. I come off it, I was going, oh, right, and I actually used the spray thing, right? You know, the ones that the puffs like, the iron offs. Does some weird things to you. And you have to spray it, and it does something to your blood. I think it's your blood vessels. It does something to you, but it goes back to normal. So well done, thank you today. I was just liked and subscribed. Well done, June English. Hello. Right, now, let me see if I can put a message out to everyone. Right, this is hello from me. Hello from the full English show, right? That's it, and that should go out to everyone. So it'll go out to locals. So if John's on there at the moment, it will go to John. Hello from the full English. It's gone out to Rumble. It's gone out to Jock the lad. How you doing, son? It's gone out to YouTube, and there's more. GTN spray DD. Some weird stuff. But anyway, there he is. EG&R. I always watch both. And by the way, don't forget on I better take one of them. I'm on antibiotics. I know. I haven't got natural ones, but they want to kill all these infections before they pull my teeth out. Right? And there is 6 teeth coming out. 3 are broken inside the gum. But not to worry. Right? But so just to make sure everyone's aware of this, right? So there's a few other bits and pieces going on. What I was about to say, and I don't know because it's gone out of my head. Don't forget, and anyone who watches me, don't forget, when I do a live, nothing is scripted. Right? I don't believe in scripted shows. You should be answering the audience, talking to the audience, engaging with the audience, and then showing the bits and pieces what I'm doing. I'm putting this back in my god and see if it stings. Sam, any questions from anyone? Right? John at large, you come across better being calmer and will win more people over. John at large, thank you very much for that. I'm also more calm because I know we're winning without any doubt whatsoever. If you see the flaps from these people, they must fear something, and they certainly fear the English. Otherwise, they wouldn't cheat in elections, would they? It's quite simple. And then I've sent a couple of things out today to some people. And I've put it on there. I did want to show you that before I do anything else. Graham Moore, let me go and put it on there. So there's one. This is important, right? So I'm going to send something else. Our massive audience out there. I'm going to send this out to people. Let me put that back down and put this on. So I've shown you the first parts of it. So the reason I show you the law is so you understand what I'm telling you is not BS, right? So someone today, Basil the Great, right, who wasn't interested in us in an election. I think he was supporting reform, I don't know. But he's put a question out there, right? And I need everyone to go and sort this out, right? So here it is. I'll bring it up on the screen. You're going to like this one. Basil the Great, do you see yourself as British, English? Notice he's put British first. English, Scottish, Welsh, or Northern Irish, or Irish, right? Or a combination, right? So he's really trying to force this Britishness, right? And there I've put a comment, but what I need you to do is first of all go on there, right? So I'm going to put the link out there, right? Go on that and obviously to say English. So if we've got 272 as an audience, or 310 now watching as an audience, right? If 310 of you go on there and put English, right? So I've just put that on there again. I'm going to do it now. I'm Welsh, not British. My indigenous. Someone said something about being Welsh on there. He said he's British, definitely not Welsh. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I quite like the Welsh, especially the women. Right. Anyway, we won't go there. And here's the next one. So this is what I've put in there, and I've put I'm English. Andy the Gabby Cabby's gone on there and said it English, right? The majority of the people are actually saying English, but here's another one. It's on the same thread, right? I'll need that retweeted as well, right? So this one needs to be massively retweeted, right? And here it is. I'll show you exactly what I said to him, right? So the first one I've sent out, just go on there and go English, right? Or if you're Scottish, say Scottish, or if you're Welsh, say Welsh, right? But obviously no one's British on this channel, right? All right. And what I've said is Helsby's laws of England state the truth in law. Scotland, and in quotations, Scotland and Ireland is for most purposes as much a foreign country as France and Germany, end quote. British is a legal fiction no different to Stalin's Soviet. It was created by statute. An Englishman is created by culture and birthright. And then I've including Andy the Gabby Cabby in that, right? So again, you want to repost that, hit that and get 16, right? Hit the add to folder mark, right? Oh, whatever. And put that in there. Good tweets, right? And then any comments on there. But what I'm saying to you is, if you actually go and have a look at this, and I can't actually bring this up because it won't allow me to. What's a pain in the arse, right? I'd have to actually read it where it says it. What is meant by that? But on the bottom of there, I'm just going to try and read it to you. It says, in the conflict of laws, foreign element and foreign country mean a non-English element and a country other than England. From the point of view of the conflict of laws, Scotland or Northern Ireland is, for most purposes, as much a foreign country as France or Germany. Okay. So you'll get that, yeah? And it comes from Helsby's Laws of England, 4th edition, volume 8. And as you can see in the bottom there, it actually says constitutional law, right? So I'm showing you, it says constitutional law. So again, I'm showing you the receipts for that, right? And I just want to make sure everyone gets that. So I've asked for everyone, and let me hit that one. I've asked it for everyone to retweet that, retweet it, right? So here's the one that needs retweeting. I'm going to put it out there again. There you go. Whack. Put that out there. That needs retweeting. It needs liking. It needs hit the button there for on the screen. Remove from put on bookmarks. And then if you want to make a comment, it makes it even better because he's engaging with the audience. And no doubt, if people talk to him and say, "Why don't you speak to Graham more? Why don't you ever want to speak to him?" And it's because he's British, right? And he's been indoctrinated to think of something. Remember what I said about people? Indoctrinated people think like that. Englishmen and the English common law think like that, right? It gives us the greatest amount of freedom. And what it is, for some strange reason, they're terrified. And they keep coming out. They come out of all these indoctrinate stronger together. Well, why are you regionalising England if we're stronger together? That's the first thing. And the second, if we really are stronger together, do you know that that's a Soviet phrase? It was created by the communists, right? And then people start going, really? And then you show them the receipts, right? There it is. I'm not lying to you. I don't have to lie to you. I'm telling you the truth, right? I'm an Englishman, right? And my oath is to England and the English Constitution. That's it, right? You can't get a better oath. And by the way, Sir William Wade absolutely agrees with that, or the late Sir William Wade, I must say. So again, and so the other one that needs you to go on and put English on it is this one. Just go and put English on it, right? So all of a sudden he starts seeing loads of English, Scots, Welsh, English, Scots, Welsh, Northern Irish, English, no British, right? And then there is another one I wanted to show you, which I am about to do now. This is fantastic, by the way. Someone sent it to me in our chat, and I've put a little note on there for them as well. Let's hit the paste button. this one, right? So what I'm going to do is show you this because it is so lovely, right? Especially if they're all real English women. Oh, there is no. Well, I'll show you this photo, right? Sometimes you wish yourself, "Oh, have a look at this," right? If you want to know how really to make me absolutely adore you, right? It's to do something like that, right? I was like, yes, right. And what they're doing is about safety. What motivates us? We love our country and protect its women and girls. Simple, right? And their country is clearly England, right? They are wonderful women, and they've done that. And just to let you all know, I have put this on their copy link, right? Give this a massive retweet, right? A massive retweet. I'll put it out there again. And why is it that they need to see this? So follow them, share it, and say we're with you. But people need to talk about England, right? So again, you got 6 likes there. I'm going to repost it. You hit that button. It's going to come up on your screen. Hopefully it's come up. It's added to my bookmarks folder, right? And there it is, right? So what I've said in there as the first statute of Westminster 1275 is a clause that made rape of women unlawful. So I've just shown you that the first statute of Westminster 1275 as a clause that made rape of women unlawful, a hanging offence at common law. The very first statute of English Parliament 1275 that created the mother of all parliaments. And there it is. And then if you get some engagement with that, they'll understand exactly what that is. So there they are on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gorgeous English roses. And that's exactly what they are, right? And we do need to protect them, and we do need to stand up, and that's exactly what we do. Don't forget to share, because sharing is caring. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the like button. It's really important. Juicy and Lucy are going to do some little clips of me and stick them on there. Let me see if there's some questions coming up. Dee, they are all confused, just like the thing Shadley says, confused prodigy. My name is that song when we played backwards. At the angle with Keck, yeah, they follow the Sargons. Yeah. Taffy Pat and anyone else on here, I'm having to do at mine one. Oh, what's this one here? I could do 1, 2, 3, 3rd of August. If anyone wants to come and do a talk or welcome, see it. Where is it? CF48 4QD, the stables, toilet and showers on site. The more the merrier. Stevens Norman, you'll let me know that one. Send me an email or something. Tell me more about it or where it is, because I don't know where that is. I can't look that up online. Where's CF48 4QD? I like it. It's got a Q in it. John Aspel, I've got a box of Kleenex, Spike. I don't know what that is. Again, tell them your nationality. That's the one. Wilnut, John Aspel, are you? That's not the type of thing I want to read out. Evening, all just in council meeting. I'm fuming with them now. Well, you would be. Yes, that's the only stiffy bit I get. Don't forget, England has dealt with tyranny many times in the past. I'm English, not British. It has. Have you come up yet on this as a? Have you come up yet as? Yeah, you have. Right. So you're now a moderator, right? You got the little whatever sign up there. So you're a moderator. Middlesex, Cardiff. Oh, it's in Cardiff. How far is Cardiff from Devon? Huge engines. Changed my picture. Annie Marr. Good evening, Patriots DD. I only changed Rumble name from Silver to Animar because someone had some naming on Telegram. Oh, right, okay. It's Aberfan, South Wales. Aberfan, South Wales. Give me a bell, Graham, if you like. Don't put your frigging number out there. Norman Stevens is my name. Right, can someone, meaning Tracy, or any of our moderators, get that number written down and the name, and then give it to me in an email or put it on WhatsApp in our group, so I can give him a bell and find out where that is. Right. Middlesex man DD aims to get there for 9 a.m. I am aiming to get there for 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and I'll be about. Don't forget, I am off the fast. The thing I cannot do is drink alcohol. So coffee, black coffee or whatever. I'm trying to stay away from all forms of sugar, and just go back to drinking black coffee, which is what I normally do anyway. And the reason I do that is because my milk keeps going off. Unless you can get it locally and have a little drop of it. Norman Stevens, it's 2 hours from Devon. Really? Oh, there you go. Could be a drive there coming up. Keith 560. Let's have a look. DD, Milky, and we are winning. We are winning. I've got to tell you something, people. Don't forget, this ain't about me, right? You can see on your screen. Right, this ain't about me. It's about the women, it's about the men of England, and it's about our children of the future. And we need to take back England from these people. When you live in a lawless society that's been created by the British, and British barristers and British solicitors don't even know the basics because they're not trained in it, a bit like doctors not trained in nutrition, and our lawyers not trained in the Constitution of England. That's what you've got to look at. Tracy Tourism, DD, I sent it to you. It's in WhatsApp. All right, well done. Kew Gardens, let me have a look. Anything else coming up there? So I'm going to come off of there. Not keep nearly hitting the wrong button. Kew Gardens, Wilnut, Goonamum, Hi GM, Wilnut, how you doing? John Ashball Graham, we've put the sheep on notice that you're moving to Devon. John Ashball, thanks very much for that. The English Constitution is a solution for all of us. Graham, we've put the sheep. Stephen, thanks for invite. Well done. Let's see if anyone can get there. But we're going to have to do some form of do, in August, for the English Constitution seminar and the English Constitution Party. It may be in Devon, because Devon is crucial to the English history, and I think we should be, telling people and have a bit. I don't know where we could do it. We'll find out, even if we can stick a load of tents up somewhere. But we should be able to do it somewhere and have access to a place, right? DD, I emailed Alex Jones and asked him to interview you. No replies yet. Everyone should be trying to try and get me on Alex Jones's show, right? For some reason, he does. But if you all do it independently, he'll start looking for us. Devon will be great for me, Jules Ann, 67. Well, there you go. Welcome. Saxon Cocktail. Where's Saxon Cocktail then? Right, is it a new subscriber? Saxon Cocktail. Let me have a look. I don't know what that's about, but it's. Hi, Graham, and all great. I found you. I am English, new to this. 45 years ago. New to this. 45 years ago, I applied for my first passport, and they sent the application form back informing me I am British, not English. Wrong. Yeah, no, the arguments I've had with that, right? But we will go back to an English passport. And by the way, your English passport means you get access to all of our constitutional laws and rights, including the right. Your English passport is your firearms license, right? No one can take it off you. You have the right to self-defence. Have you spoken with Chris Thrall lately? Middlesex man, I had an interview with him the other day. I'm waiting for the interview to be released, and I think it will be. And there's another group of veterans that are in contact with me in the background, but they haven't come back to me yet. They've got my number. Hopefully they'll ring me. They asked for my details. Yeah, it would be great if you could get on with Alex Jones to drop the truth bomb, and rightly so. If you're not receiving an election ECP leaflet in Runcorn, please contact. Now, I need to get that number from somewhere because we need to put that on the little clips that I've done. I'll put some little clips out everywhere. John Aspel, carry on camping. Sean Tyre, snap, no reply from Alex yet. No, that's it. We just got to keep. You have to keep emailing him, and the more emails he gets, the more likely he will get me out there. Tracy Tourism, the case for a recount in Runcorn and Helsby. GoFundMe is doing well. I looked at it. Let me see if I can bring that up on the screen. Not sure if it'll be all right on that screen or not. And let's see how many people have actually gone into it. It's already gone up a bit today. Let's see if I can share that on the screen with you. A fundraiser. Let me put that on the screen. There it is. Fight for free, fair elections, or you can pay directly to me. And the details are on the edited version of this. And reminds me, I've got to go on there and turn and do some saving stuff. 1,050 raised so far because we've got to try and get this money back. Right, but we are getting there. So there it is on the screen. Tracy Tourism is putting that out there, or you can directly pay it to me, and that'd be helpful because I've got to try and recover my costs on it, right? And they are likely, if they try and do what they're doing, they're trying to bankrupt me basically, which is what they do. Juicy and Lucy, Wilnut, yeah, but you're not allowed to bring any Diddy oil. I don't know what that means. Jay Faulkner. So let me come off of that, stop sharing, go back to our main screen. Will's get Tracy, if you wish to send Daddy Dragon a personal donation for his old work, send it to Barclays Church Small, blah, 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 blah. All of the details are still valid. And obviously, we will try and get as much as possible. Bilbo Baggins, Nationalities Act, that is. Does the Act 82 become void if we form a petition with 100k to repeal it? No. You basically, there are ways of avoiding the Acts of Union, and the best people that can do that, and that's why I know that the SNP are, and they know the SNP, and so does Alba, right? There is a very simple way of avoiding the Acts of Union, and because they haven't done it, I'm talking about in law, it's very simple. It's more difficult for us because we haven't got any English MPs, members of Parliament, and that's why they don't want an English member of Parliament. Right? They only want Brits. Rupert Lowe is a Brit. Reform UK are Brits, right? And they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Right. Any questions? I might know a bed and breakfast in Devon that might be interest hosting your event. Well, have a chat, boy, and see what goes from there. I was thinking about sleep wrangling, Spike. Let me have a look. Anyone else? But we do need to start looking at an event down there. Really do need to look at a good event in Devon. Right, Devon's going to be crucial, and I think every single county and shire of England, we've got to concentrate on building them up so people start to realise. And the more seminars I can do in Devon and start getting people to understand, you are not British, you are English, right? And England and the common law of England is under attack, and your rights are under attack, and that includes our friends, the farmers, and I'm talking about the real farmers, not the establishment farmers, and you can tell them genuinely because they've got lots of big windmills, you know, them funny things that are so-called generating power because they're nicking money off of you, and they're just part of the establishment. If you do not receive an election leaflet, blah, blah, blah. Goonamum Taffy, agree, I don't know what that is, because I didn't see everything that's come up there. So everyone and anyone should understand what's going on there. Don't forget, England has dealt with tyranny many times in the past, and this won't be the first rodeo, and it won't be the last. No, I agree, but we need to try and protect our future generations, and it isn't with a group of people like Reform, as you can see. Has anyone got any opinions on the new Reform chairman who said that we're a nation of immigrants and we've got no problem with immigration? says the man who's gay and will probably get thrown off a very tall building if it keeps going in the direction we're. Me, Mum, was born in Exeter, Robbie Young. Devon's lovely. Sam, T, 1, 2, 3, DD, are you expecting Patriots to join you on the 13th in court? Yeah. I don't know how many they let in there. I have asked. We won't know what court it's in until tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow evening, I'll put it up what I know and what room it's going to be in. I have sent to the court my application or submission to say, you don't allow a strikeout. This is about common law rights. It's too serious. And there's already been enough evidence coming already, and we need it advertised. The petition needs to be advertised, which we've got to pay for, by the way. I'm English, not British. I don't like the new Reform UK chairman. No one likes him. But there you go. It's weird. I just don't get it. What am I trying to do? Let me see if I can bring this up on the screen. I did actually put this responses. All right, let me put this on the screen. I'll put it on that one so I can read it properly. So in the High Court, I don't know whether to read this out or not, but this is just an application. And response submission opposing strikeout application by Royal Mail Group Limited and Emma Gilthorpe. They're absolutely, I think they're terrified of us. So if you want me to read this out, I will read it out to you. Again, do you want me to read it out to you? My submission. So all I'm doing really is showing the audience that we've tried, right? Dr. David Bullshit, the immigrant lover. Yeah, exactly what he is. Sandy, Dr. David Bullshit, no jabs, no job. Oh, did he? Same as Richard Tice. And again, don't forget, we all stood against that. Time for reform. Who's that? H. No time for reform. No, they're not good people. Swelling. Yes, DD. Let me. So, do you want me to read this out to you? And I'll just show you what it is, and then you can all work it out from there. Is that the one I've got on the screen? Hopefully it is, and I'll share it. Right, there you go. So what you're seeing is that on the screen at the moment. In High Court Division Election Petition P381//25 in the matter of Runcorn and Helsby by-election between Graham Moore petitioner and returning officer Royal Mail Limited, Emma Gilthorpe, and others, right? Respondents. The submission opposing a strikeout application by the Royal Mail Group Limited and Emma Gilthorpe. Introduction. The petitioner Graham Moore opposes the strikeout application by the Royal Mail Group Limited, Royal Mail, and Emma Gilthorpe, its CEO. In this election petition concerning Runcorn and Helsby by-election, the petition alleges non-delivery of election leaflets accepted under Section 91 of Representation of the People's Act 1983, RPA 1983, materially affected a 6-vote result, causing serious electoral, financial and constitutional harm. Private right injury and public right injury. Striking out this claim would undermine justice and fairness. Reasons to oppose the strikeout. The merits of the case demand a petition hearing. The petition raises serious allegations which I include international legal protections, common law rights and constitutional rights are directly affected by the non-delivery of leaflets. Helsby's Laws of England, 4th edition, volume 15, elections, page 367, paragraph 6 and paragraph 685, freedom of election, the reference to 3 Edward I, chapter 5, which is the first statute of Westminster, and the English Bill of Rights, 1688, section 1 and paragraph 686. Contempt of sovereign and contempt of statute are both still common law offences. Helsby's Law of England, 5th edition, Criminal Law, volume 26, page 11, paragraph 425. Contempt of sovereign. This is important law, as it is the will of the monarch that free elections should take place without interference. It is even more important if a Crown agent, Royal Mail Limited, or servants, returning officer and chief constable, are interfering with free elections. Non-delivery of leaflets breached RPA 1983 section 91, Postal Services Act 2011, and duties under Human Rights Act 1998, Human Rights Act, violating Article 10 European Convention on Human Rights, Freedom of Expression, and Article 3 Protocol 1 European Convention on Human Rights, Free Elections. Witness statements confirm widespread non-delivery impacting voter access in a close race, 6 votes. This substantive issue warrants examination, not dismissal on technical grounds, if that's what they're trying to do. They haven't even shown me what it is. They're trying to create a problem for me, which they're not doing. I'm saying I'm not interested. It's a hearing issue, right? The Judicial College's Equal Treatment Book, July 2024, litigants in person section, urges judges to ensure procedural technicalities do not undermine justice. As a litigant in person, the petitioner may face challenges with form or procedure, but the substance, electoral harm, financial loss, and rights violations demand a fair hearing. Dismissing the petition risks excessive formalism, contrary to the European Convention of Human Rights principles, guaranteeing effective access to court. So does the common law. Excessive formalism cases, and again, the European Convention on Human Rights has consistently ruled against excessive formalism, where the rigid procedural rules block justice. Golder versus United Kingdom, application 445/4451/70, judgment 21st February 1975, paragraph 38. The court held that denying a prisoner access to a solicitor to bring civil claim violations, Article 6.1 ECHR, establishing the right to effective access to a court, rigid barriers must not impair this right. Satin versus Ukraine, that's pretty. I think they should look at that anyway. Zubak versus Croatia, hearing, ruling proportionate destroy the essence of the access to justice under Article 61. 6.1. Striking out this petition on technical grounds would echo such excessive formalism, denying a merits-based review of serious electoral breaches. Material irregularities justify inclusion under RPA's 1983 section 120 to 121. The election irregularities materially affect the results, support the petition. Non-delivery backed by witness evidence and Ofcom fines, e.g. they was fined £100 million, Royal Mail, 2024 for systemic failure, raises a triable issue against Royal Mail Group Limited and Emma Gilthorpe for tort. Striking out would prevent scrutiny of a breach that altered a 6-vote outcome, denying accountability. The CEO accountability requires investigation. Emma Gilthorpe, as CEO, may be liable if negligence or policy failures caused non-delivery. Potential breaches of Human Rights Act 1998 or criminal offences, e.g. Postal Services Act 2000, Section 84, willful delay of mail, need discovery of records and logs. The Royal Mail Group Limited allege they carried out an investigation and the conclusion was that all leaflets had been delivered. This assertion is at odds with constituent statements of truth. I have seen no evidence from Royal Mail Group Limited that any investigation took place. This needs to be put to proof with cross-examination of postmen and women, statements and sworn testimony from them and their managers. A strikeout halts this critical inquiry, prejudicing the petitioner's case. Fairness to litigants in person. The equal treatment bench book advises judges to be flexible, explain procedures, and focus on merits over minor errors. Striking out this petition would unfairly penalise the petitioner, a self-represented party, contradicting the guidance that justice must prevail over rigid rules. The court should allow amendments or corrections to ensure a fair process, not dismissal. Public interest in democratic integrity. The petition addresses grave harm, electoral damage in a tight race, but was it a tight race? Question mark. Financial loss and violation of First Statute of Westminster and English Bill of Rights. These are entrenched laws and the UN principles, e.g. ICCPR Article 1. That's our right to self-determination. Striking out risks, undermining public confidence in free elections, a cornerstone of democracy protected by the European Convention on Human Rights and the RPA, including the common law of this country. Conclusion and relief sought. Striking out this petition would violate fairness, ignore substantive breaches, and contradict the Equal Treatment Bench book's mandate that procedural technicalities should not undermine justice and common and constitutional access to justice. Cases against the excessive formalism reinforce this. The court is urged to A. Reject the strikeout application by the Royal Mail and Emma Gilthorpe. B. Permit their inclusion as respondents per RPA 1983, Section 120 to 121 and the Human Rights Act 1998, Section 7, to allow the petition to be publicised where the petitioner expects more witness statements to come forward to prove non-delivery of election communication leaflets and those who voted for the candidate to come forward. This is already happening. There is evidence already submitted that the election communications leaflets were not delivered. This should not be a matter for a strikeout application. It is a matter for a full hearing. In other words, it should go to trial. Order disclosure, Royal Mail's delivery records and witness statements from employees. Order a full chain of custody, security measures and seal the votes in cages. Remove these cages to a safe storage facility. Polling station records should be separately stored and caged securely. The petitioner and his team would be given supervised access, I need some people to come with me, to cross-reference the witness statements of voters to the 50 votes. There are many people coming forward stating that they voted for the ECP candidate. If they are not in the 50 vote bundle, where are they, right? Allow the petition to proceed to a full hearing on its merits with a reserve right to introduce more witness statements when the petition is advertised. Submitted by, and there it is, Graham Moore, 11th of June, blah, blah, blah. Right. What do you think of that? So you're being told what's going on there. Don't forget sharing is caring. Don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe, especially on Rumble. We need our numbers going up and up and up. We're the only people standing up for England. I am not British. I am English. And by the way, I speak English, not British. And by the way, these documents are written in English, not British. That's it. We're now Mal owned by a foreign group, like everything else. Let's have a quick look at this. Kew Gardens, hi Mick. 5B5, 5B5. Merlin. Loved it. Let's see some English flags if you love it out there. Tell me what you think of it. That's it, basically the submission I've put in. But again, we have to wait and see what the judge says. And there are 2 judges that are going to be on their way to Runcorn and Helsby. People of Runcorn and Helsby don't even know about this yet, right? I've heard nothing back from any of their local media, and we should do. So there we go. Thank you very much for that. I'm not going to be disrespectful to the other side, but if they're ignorant of the law, they're ignorant of the law. There we go. DD, let's have a look and hearing that. Right, we're seeing all these English flags coming up on Rumble. That's why people need to get on Rumble. Steve Lomas, a judge can't ignore that submission, DD. Well, let's hope not, is the answer. Some stage we have to put our trust in the judges, but like I said to Andy the Gabby Cabby, he put a video out today, and I said, listen, about the violence in Salford. And what I said is, listen, if you start blocking access to justice and you block the ballot box as well through cheating, what other option is left? And there isn't, right? And it's not our fault, it's their fault. right? This is tyranny. And that's what I'm trying to say to people. Timbuktu, Eagle 7. Fuck, that's just a funny old one. Paul Sefton, how you doing, son? Paul, is Salford not far from you? Because I ain't seen our old mucker on here tonight. Let's go and have a look, see if I can find any more messages. Is there any messages on there? Stephen, also local supporter, is Aberfan, South Wales. Give me a bell, Graham, if you like. Blah, 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 blah. All right, I will do that. Let me have a look in here. Timbuktu, Abdi UK as ideas, maybe details, play show, Devon, DD. Might be find useful and saves money. Oh, that'd be good. So, ABD or Abdi or Andy, UK 55. If you're out there, don't forget to try and contact me or do something, and I will do it. Good night, DD, and everyone. See you next time. God bless all. Right. I'll be seeing everyone tomorrow night. We've just gone over the hour. What's happening in Salford? Quite large scale disturbances is the answer from what I heard. About 10 miles, Graham, or 20 minutes. I thought so. Let's have a look at this. ECP membership link, Merlin, everyone out there. That's it. Anything you want to say or do or whatever? We have now got 305 people watching. I am absolutely ecstatic with the numbers going back up again. Listen, in the near future is going to be a bit erratic because I've got to get all this Starlink gear off my roof. It's a flat roof, blah, blah. And I'm getting offers of people offering to help us. And I'll be gone to Devon, right? And then so that's the first part of my life choices corrected. And so I've got the love of God, the love of Devon, and I've got to. So all I've got to do is find the love of my life. All go, right? Bang! That's all I've got to do. And once I've done that, we'll move forward, and I'll die a happy man. But we will never ever give up. How's Brett doing? Brett, don't forget he's got a serious condition. I will try and get him to have come on the show. I'll have a chat with him. I'll set up some more recording equipment, etc., and see if we can get it all up. How's Brett doing, DD? Good night, DD, and everyone. So I'm going to say good night. God bless to everyone. Andy, UK 55. I've messaged the lady about the venue in Devon. We'll be in touch. Okay. Massively to everyone, a big shout out. You are the people that are pushing the numbers up. You are the people that are sharing this. You are the people getting this mission out there. This is about England. We love England. We love you as English, Scots, Welsh, Irish, Northern Irish, Southern Irish, right? But Northern Ireland is an independent nation, and that's what I'll be going out there for. So I will be advertising also. Royal Council Justice 13. Proper excited now. Woohoo. I could be, I don't know what that says because I can't see it. With the squirm, watch them squirm. Well, let's hopefully. I don't know what they're going to do. Listen, God loves a trial, and the second thing I'll say to you is this: right, the sure way to fail is not to try. Right, we've got to go for it. It's like the other day I pulled up outside to get my haircut. Some gorgeous bird walked out, and then someone I was on the phone to. Well, not someone. It was Dawn. I was on the phone to, and I said, "Fuck me, she's got a nice ass." I couldn't help it. I was looking, and she went, "Oh, get out and ask for a number then." I went, "I would do, but she's with a geezer." Right. And she went, "Well, you get out and ask for a number." I said, "Listen, if you don't try, you're never going to get anywhere, are you? Right? Stop being shy. Get in there." Right? There you go. Woohoo! Thanks, DD. Can't wait for the Friday. That's it, exactly that. So again, everyone. You're the people doing this, not me, right? I'm just a mouthpiece for everyone. I hope when I get to Friday, I mean, I've come off the fast, so I'm not so right. I just want to be calm, understand the law, explain it, and say, listen, you know, if you want to, when we go for a full skeleton argument and submissions, I'll do that. Tell us what you need from me, and I will do it. Full directions. But we need this to go forward as a full hearing with all of the people, and we want Emma Gilthorpe as Emma Gilthorpe Royal Mail Group Limited, right? That's it. But they are absolutely flapping about it because they know that this stays on record and they don't want their little lady seeing us out, one of their people, on a potentially criminal elements on there. So they're flapping a little bit. DG really. So don't forget, history, right? Listen to me, you wonderful people, right? I believe, right, the Constitution is the solution. That is my absolute belief system. I believe in England and the Constitution. That is my oath, not only to you, to this country, and to this Constitution, and to our future generations. We must not be the generation that extinguish the eternal flame of freedom, right? That's what we're standing for. And it don't matter how many times the British slap you in the face, you keep getting up. That's it. That's the rules of the game. You never stop fighting. You never surrender. Good night. God bless. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Be lucky.